So first of all, welcome to the video, and before I say anything, I would just like to quickly analyze what is this about. This is something which I had in my mind in the very past, and this should be some form of podcast or like Chess with Mirko podcast or Chess with Mirko news. And the let's say the main point to organize something like this is actually to have to give a chance to all participants to be informed about the things which are happening in the event, in the community, in the league, and also to give a chance to players to see my thoughts and to hear my thoughts about the things which are happening, to hear what will happen in the future, to hear analysis what happened in the past, and all of the things which have let's say connection with the things that are happening regularly in community. So that was my vision, and before we go more deep into that things which I planned to discuss, I just first of all want to thank you all for being the part of community, very active part of it, no matter if it's just by spectating and discussing in chats, or by playing competitive in the league, or in the side events which we have, or any other kind of activity in the community. All kinds of activities are truly great for the community, and I'm truly grateful that all of you are the part of this event, of this, let's say, project, and looking forward to increase not just the activity and quality of it, but also all other things which we need in order to improve the event in a long term and in next period, no matter if it's just weeks or months or even a years. Why not? Like, this event started on August last year, so it means that we already have some tradition and some history, and there is absolutely no reason to not think that it will not be even better in the upcoming future. So well, the first thing which I want to mention are the things which are truly going well, especially in the last weeks. First, like, the season 8 started really great, and we have, as we did in the last season, we have 6 divisions. In every division 8 players, and in these divisions we have totally, just by doing a simple maths, 48 players plus. In the side events, like correspondence league, we have players who are not participating in this main event. So when we sum that, we have more than 50 active players at this moment, more than 50. And when I remember that we started with 8 people, like 1 year ago we started just one league with 8 people. Now we have more than 50 people playing in many divisions. That is truly a compliment for me and for my let's say my ideas, which I do regularly, which I try to make come true, and again, like, that is something which will not be possible without all of you, regardless what do you do in this community, regardless if you are just spectating or playing actively. And also, I just want to mention that all of this will not be possible without the donations of many players from the community, which I'm truly grateful. And all of these are just making my ideas and visions easier to came true, because simply with more funds we can create more and more ideas faster and more, in more quality way. So as I said, like, the side projects which we regularly want to organize, some of them really had a great success, like the game Ladies Against Gentlemen, which we had played on 3 boards, and definitely that is something which we want to repeat, and we want to repeat it very soon. Probably not in this year, but probably at the beginning of next year. That really had a great success, and I was really also happy with the general idea of that project, and that definitely that is something which we are going to do more regularly. And also, about the other side projects, I'm truly looking forward for any suggestions. Like, we can discuss anything. All side projects will be done, let's say, together with your help, and with, of course, with discussion with you all, like with suggestions, what is good, what is not good, what to add, what to, I don't know, what to do and what to not do. So all of this stuff I truly want to discuss with everybody, and the main point is to create an event which will truly be quality event, and which we want to do periodically and not just once and never again. And yeah, as I said, the thing which also makes me happy is that we truly have players from various age, from the very young age to the very old age. That is truly great data, and also players of all levels, like from the very beginner level to the FIDE players level. Even we have a title player, which is truly a big compliment for me, and I'm truly looking forward to. I'm not just looking forward to increase the number of players who are federated, but also to increase the number of players overall. So basically, there are no limits about the rating, about the age, absolutely no. So the best player for this community, best type of player for this community, is the player who is positive, who is communicative, who is willing to discuss his games, to analyze, to give constructive ideas and suggestions. So that is the type of player we are looking for in the community. So truly it's not about the age, truly it's not about the ratings, your knowledge, your ambitions. No matter if you just want to have a good games, a good time, or if you want to win the event, everybody is welcome equally. As I said, the most important is that positive energy that we want to have constantly, that constructive spirit that we have, the discussion between people, and also constantly looking to improve the things which are already working well, but of course we want them to look even better in the upcoming months in front of us. So yeah, that now I think this is the best moment to say what I noticed in the last period in the community. So in the past we had less players, and that was completely normal for the developing part of community, and then naturally when you have less people the interaction is better in terms of that is let's say you can interact with a smaller group easier. But now when the group started to be truly, let's say it's not a big group, it's by some standards somebody will say it's still small. I consider it a pretty decent like group with 60 to 70 people. Now truly we have a problem of communication. That is a problem which is not truly a big problem, but we truly want to discuss about it before it evolves, and I think that is the right way to do that. So the first and main problem that we have is the scheduling of games, and that problem is not luckily that problem is not global. Like many players, especially the players who have experiences from the previous seasons, don't have problem with that. But some players have problem with scheduling for two reasons. First reason is that they don't, let's say, they don't have that sort of discipline to communicate with other player, with their opponent. Like, of course, sometimes we are willing to play, sometimes we are not willing to play, sometimes we have obligations for the whole week. That's completely fine. But the problem is that communication must go in both ways. That is the thing that we truly insist. Communication must go in both ways. We can delay the game. I'm open to postpone the game as organizer. That's absolutely not a problem. We all have main jobs and things to do. Like this is of course just a recreational event. This is non-profit event. This is not a. No one here is playing professionally in chess in this event. So of course that it is not expected that everyone completes the games every single week by week. That's something which I don't expect. That's completely fine. But what I expect is that communication must go in both ways. It has to be two-way communication. Okay, so what I want is, at least this is how I see that. This is how I see that it can work. Of course, what will happen, that's completely different story. But how it should be is that communication should always be done. And as I said, we can work on. Let's say sometimes someone has vacation or somebody has some sort of private problems. That's completely normal. But we truly want to increase that amount of communication, to improve that communication between, not just between the players, but also between players and organizer, who tries his best to help all of players to have great time and great experience in this event. That is one thing. And second thing is, I believe that some players miss the responsibility that they have. So usually in many events, online or live, doesn't matter, usually the time of the game is already scheduled by the organizer, and I don't believe in that. I think this is not the recipe for success for the recreational event. For example, if I said, okay, games should be played on Friday, how much people... I'm the first person who is not available every single Friday, and I believe that that is the case for most of us. And I think that will not be fair, it will not work in a long run. Maybe it will work for once or twice, but I think that many people simply cannot follow that schedule. And also that's completely expected and fine. But you know, if I as organizer gave a possibility to schedule your games when you can and when you have the time, that is also a responsibility at the same time. That is a responsibility to schedule your game, to discuss with your opponent, and to inform organizer about completing the game, or to inform organizer about eventual problems in the scheduling. So many of the players are doing that, but I truly encourage all players to do that. Like every single player should do that. And I don't find anybody, I don't think that it's anybody's fault, because I never discussed about this. Maybe it's my fault that I assumed that things should go that way, but of course there are players who just joined, who don't know simply how the things are working. They are still watching how the things are going on, not being sure what to do in some situations, because that's my part, because I never had time to explain everything. You know, you just enter into a community, you just see your name at pairings, and then what? Like where to find who is your opponent, how to contact him, how to discuss if the contact part is not going well, how to inform the organizer how is everything going on. So all these things are the things which I didn't manage to explain to players who are completely new, who just joined or joined a season before. And I think I was right about this idea, about this sort of Chess with Mirko podcast or news, because that is actually a chance for me to give everybody valuable information in order to enjoy this event at maximal point. So for that reasons, I again repeat that communication is the key for the success in this event. And overall, we have a great communication rate. Overall, I compare many other events which I see online, not just chess events, but any kind of online events. We truly have great communication rate, great communication percentage, but of course we want to make it 100%. It will never be like that, but we want to do that in theory. So I truly encourage all players to communicate not just between each other, but also with me as organizer, to inform me if they have any problem, regardless about scheduling, about any other stuff. I'm open 24/7 for any kind of discussions about the better experience of this event. So also what I noticed is that many players are not too much active in the WhatsApp group, and I'm completely fine with that. That's first, I want to say that. Simply many players they just want to read the messages which are of their interest, and they don't find, they don't simply want to engage, and that's completely fine. But what I want to say for the players who want to engage, but they are not sure if they should do that or not, I want to explain a little more how that works. So in the official group which we have on WhatsApp, in the official group, that group is designed for the discussions which can have valuable things to all or most of the community. So this is like posting the games which you played in the community, or asking about informations in community which you have interest of. So this is the place to ask these kind of questions or to post your games. And we have a casual group, and I really mentioned this in order to inform everybody who wants to join that casual group. In that casual group we have casual discussions which doesn't have to be only about the interest of every single player. So it can be about, I don't know, even it doesn't have to be about chess. It doesn't have to be about chess. And my appeal is that if anybody else, in that group we have already 40 players, but if anybody else is interested to join that group, it should do that. And we truly want to raise the engagement in the groups, because that is something which keeps the community improving. Like, the community improves as much as the engagement is in the group. So we are not looking for subscribes or likes or, but we are looking for the communication between people, to suggestions for me as organizer, how to improve the things which are going on, how to improve the experience of everybody, and simply to have a good time in this event. I say again, things are going great, but of course I want to improve that even more, and especially now when the community races, it was easier with a smaller group of people, but now of course things are getting exponentially hard, and I'm looking forward to that challenge. But I also think that we all should understand that this is a responsibility for all of us, and this is the right moment to start slowly to understand that, and to slowly but surely increase the quality of event by simply engaging more and giving the ideas to me as organizer. And another thing which I noticed, this is an interesting pattern which I noticed from season to season. It's not just in this season, it's in the past seasons. That is something which truly surprised me. I saw that we have sort of dropouts from the season, and in 90% of cases, dropout is caused by the players who have bad results in the season. That is truly a pattern which truly, let's say, my opinion about it is not the best. So what is the problem? The problem is that somebody has to finish last, okay? If we have 8 players, somebody has to be 8. Somebody has to be on place number 7. Somebody has to be on place number 6. And that is the part of the chess. That is the part of competition. And I think that if let's say the bad result in one season doesn't mean anything. And I'm unhappy that this is a reason for a dropout. Simply, it's not only about the motivation of player. If somebody wants to make a break from chess, that's fine. But when somebody joins the community, I only have his data about his chess profile. I don't know how he plays or she. I don't know what is his or her capabilities, ratings, chess knowledge, competitive part of that person. I don't know that. And I put the person to the league, to the division accordingly to his successes in his chess account. And of course there will be hits and misses, okay? There will be, for sure I will put a person in a division which is higher for his capabilities, and the result will be pretty bad. And that is maybe my fault as organizer, but it was not possible. Simply there was no other option. I don't have any other data. I think I didn't want to put it with the qualification groups which we had, because I don't want to exclude anybody from the main event. I want to give chance everyone to main event, but I want to say that players should be patient with their performance. So if you had a bad season, first of all, in any division somebody is going to have a bad season. That's somebody has to be number 8, somebody has to be number 7, okay? But the point is that you should give a chance to the event, and you should not, in my opinion at least, you should not miss the big picture of event. I have impression that many people don't see the true value of this event. That they only see the competitive part of event. Like they only see their performance in the league, what is their place, what is their score out of 7 games, and that's it. I believe that many people miss that this is, maybe this is too brave to say, but I believe this is one of the best events online, chess events online, which gives a chance not just to play competitive chess, but also to meet new people worldwide, to learn an English language even more, or to discuss on other languages, to learn about different cultures, to improve your chess, after all, to discuss with others about the variations, about the openings, end games, to have a sparring games, even to create some side projects with other people, meeting like two players. It can happen that they are from the same profession, like programmers or doctors or lawyers. Okay, to meet people, why not? We have examples. We had examples in community that several people meet by playing in my league. They never knew for each other. And it just happened that they find out that they live in the same country, not far away from each other, and they just met. That is truly a big trophy for me. That is truly, I consider that as one of the biggest successes of this event. And I'm truly unhappy that not many, sorry, it's not many, it's some of the players. Not many of the players recognize this. But some of the players don't recognize that. They only see the competitive part, which is okay for me. But I'm unhappy. I'm unhappy that they are missing such a value in the long run. I'm truly unhappy for that, and especially they miss it because they had results that they not expected for one season. Okay, so in my opinion, that is a most common reason for that dropouts and quitting the league. And of course, that is something which should happen all the time. But at least I wanted to give not just myself a chance, but to everybody a chance to hear about the true value of community, and that competitive part is just one part, like it's one finger of the whole hand. Like it is such a shame to miss all of the things which community has to offer, and I truly look forward to add the things which community has to offer, because I believe that is how it should be done. Like if you want just a competitive part, you can click any arena on Chess. Okay, if you want I don't know, tournament with prizes, also you can find it online. These are the events which are one-time events. You just enter that event, play that event for the sake of ratings or the prize, or because there is some grandmaster or influencer, and that's it. Then where is the long story? There is no. I don't see there a value, long-term value for all of us. Okay. And I believe this is how it should be done in order to have a long-term improvement in many areas, not just in chess area. Okay, so how I see now. I think after all this analysis, the good question is to say how I see the possible improvements, how I see how it should be done. And I'm truly looking for suggestions here. I have some ideas, but I'm truly looking forward for another suggestions. And I get it from time to time, and some of them I implemented, and I'm very, very happy that they work truly. And all of the suggestions will be listened and analyzed, and then of course, if they are looking positive, constructive, they will be implemented. Of course, there is no discussion about that. So how I see that, as I said, first of all, we need to increase the activity. Activity is already great. I don't want to say something else, but we need to increase activity of the event in the long run. How to do that? Well, let's say there are some the communication part, which I already said. Also, we have from time to time we have casual Google Meets, and I invite everyone to join. These are the meets where we discuss about chess topics, about non-chess topics, about the community. After all, we sometimes make a symbols together. Sometimes we make sparring games which we analyze. Sometimes we go to analyze the games which are played in the league. And truly, that is let's say some sort of great time together. And I believe that many players will enjoy that. This is a part of the community where we don't have many people involved, and that makes me unhappy, because the quality of these casual meets is great, and all the players which are here are truly positive, truly constructive. Positive energy is always on the Google Meets which we have, and I think, in my opinion, you have to give a chance. You have to give a chance, even if you think it's a bad idea. You have to give a chance and say, okay, I tried, it's truly a bad idea, okay, I don't want to do that anymore. But you cannot judge it until you give a chance, okay? So that is something which we want to do more regularly, not every single day, or why not, but maybe once a week is a healthy period of doing that. Then, as I said, that side projects which we already do a good job with them, but also we want to hear new ideas, and I'm truly looking forward for suggestions to improve that, to add new things to community. It doesn't have to, not every player has to be involved, we can make an event between 3, 5, 10 players. We tried with some 45 league, we tried with the Blitz event, we tried with the Ladies Against Gentlemen event. Some of them had success, some of them didn't have success, but more or less these side projects are the way of increasing the quality of this event, and truly I'm looking forward for any kind of suggestions about them. And of course we should understand that this is an event which has many people from many countries, from many cultures. There will be misunderstandings here and there, but we have to overcome them, and that is not easy. It can decrease our focus to the competitive part, but I believe overall it will increase our experience, and it will increase our skills, life skills. Like simply we meet people who are not from our country, country and culture, yes. And we are maybe surprised with some gestures or some, I don't know, some things which are happening. But we have to understand that this is a expected and normal thing, and we have to overcome that together, and not to make some sort of problems with that. But we have to overcome that together with effort displayed by everyone. Okay. So basically, how I see that in future is definitely continue with the current steps which we do, because I said we discussed the ways of improving, but situation is actually great. Now situation is very great right now, it's excellent. But of course, as the thing is going to evolve, there will be exponentially harder to keep it like that, and this is my way of trying my best to keep it as it is right now, and also of course to increase the quality if possible. Of course, always it's possible, so this is definitely my way of doing it. And of course, something which I have to mention at the end of the whole analysis, something which I shouldn't forget at all, is to truly thank you all for the support which you give me. Constantly I get great messages about how I do that, about compliments about everything, and I'm truly grateful for all of them, because I must admit, you do the things regularly from day to day. Every single day you do either stuff about organizing the league, or improving the league, or meeting new players in the league, or trying to discuss with the current players, discuss the problems and some sort of things which are not going well. And it will always be like that, of course. And from time to time you truly forget, as organizer, you truly forget that stuff which you do are already great. That is something which you truly forget from time to time, and these messages remind me about that, and I'm truly grateful about it. And also I'm truly grateful about the financial support which I get. That is something which truly allows me to have more freedom in my choices, and also more, to increase the quality of the things which are already right now done in the community. So thank you all. Like I said, every single player, and not just a player who plays actively, but also every single member of the community, truly this will not be possible without any of this member in the community. So that's pretty much all that I prepared to discuss and to say. And of course, this is something which I would like to do more regularly, probably once a week, but we will see how it will. I would truly want, something which I truly want is to get a feedback from you. I hope that you watched the whole video, and I truly want to get a feedback about it, and according to that feedback, to either keep with this, for sure I will keep with this, but let's say to keep in this format, or to add something else, or to decrease something. Maybe it was too long, maybe it was too detailed, but I believe that it cannot be too detailed. So but of course every suggestion is good, every critic, as long as it is constructive critic is accepted immediately without any discussion. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and see you in next video.